Hello, I'm Master Roy Day, a martial arts instructor, author, and inventor from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is my patented invention, the Cycle Caddy. I've developed a 6-part process to adapt any motorcycle, motor scooter, or motorbike to become a disabled rider adapted cycle, or a DRAC, and invented the patented sidecar that safely transports the wheelchair next to the disabled rider, called the Cycle Caddy. Now, I invented this with my disabled brothers and sisters in mind every step of the way to be mass produced. But I did it without welding. I did it in my carport going to hardware stores. So of course your version, the one you manufacture, will have the same tires and wheels as on the bike. And it will also have possibly shock absorbers, and the larger bikes to go on the road to travel will have a differential. Although the Cycle Caddy looks simple, every feature is unique and the result of my decades in a wheelchair. The dimensions of the Cycle Caddy meet the industry standards as set forth in the Americans with Disability Act. The front end is slanted aerodynamically, and there's a cutout for the feet. The chair is secured by its own brakes, an elastic strap over the seat, and a safety strap in the rear. The height of the base and the handle of the Cycle Caddy allows for easy access on and off, but an optional ramp is available. Transferring off and on the DRAC Caddy is considerably easier and quicker than getting into a car or van. Now, since the post-World War II period, individuals have modified sidecars to accept wheelchairs and utilized dual handlebars so that they could ride the bike sitting in the sidecar in their wheelchair. Now, although I have nothing but respect for these people, there are a lot of athletic and agile people like me that want to ride the bike, not sit in their wheelchair. Now, you may ask, if you're not familiar with the disabled community, are there really enough people in wheelchairs to make this economically feasible? The answer is yes, definitely yes. The accepted statistic are that 1 in 100 people in the world, across the board, need a wheelchair. 1 in 100. Now, 1 in 100 people aren't like me. 10 in 1,000 people aren't like me. But when you get to 100,000 people, you are guaranteed to have 3 to 5 very active, very athletic people who are dying to ride a motorcycle or a motor scooter. Now, if you look at the Paralympics, you will see thousands of very healthy, athletic people using wheelchairs. They're just the cream of the crop. These people exist all over the world, active people who use wheelchairs, who can definitely utilize this invention. I fenced for the U.S. wheelchair fencing team for almost a decade. In 1996, I was the first alternate for the U.S. Paralympic wheelchair fencing team. I volunteered to work at the fencing venue and became a floor supervisor in charge of all the volunteers, putting people inside and out of their wheelchair fencing frames and making sure they were securely fastened. In 1996, I developed a special knowledge on securing disabled people safely that few people in the world possess. Now, who's going to use this? People like me that just want to ride a motorcycle or a motor scooter. People who need inexpensive transportation that can't afford a van but can afford a motor scooter and a disabled rider adapted cycle and caddy. Who else is going to use it? Veterans. Veterans can give 1 leg, 2 legs, or the ability to walk for this country, and they still have to wait 6 months to get a van. Now, I want to change that. What I want Honda to do is manufacture at least 3 versions of the DRAC Caddy. Maybe a 50cc, a 250cc, and the 750cc bike, the NM4. Now, what we can do that way, a veteran can get out of the VA hospital that first day, get in a taxi cab, take it to Honda, and ride out with his independence and not have to ask for rides for a single day. Now, besides helping veterans, helping people who just want to ride, helping people that need inexpensive transportation, helping people all over the world that don't have access to public transportation that suits them. Besides all that, this is going to be great, fantastic public relations for Honda. Honda makes a big deal that you're a company that should exist, a company that helps humanity, a company that makes life better, that improves the quality of life. Here is your opportunity to improve the quality of life of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people around the world. I'm Imagine the publicity Honda will get if I'm the first paraplegic to ride a motorcycle across the continental United States. Every newspaper, every radio station, every TV station across the way will interview me. Everywhere I go, I get thumbs up. People yell and scream their support. It's an amazing phenomenon. I've been approached by NBC Nightly News to do one of their weekly segments, People Who Changed the World. But I put off that phone call until I had a deal with Honda and I could tell them that the product is on the way. You may know the history of how when Ford came out with Mustang, it was not a successful muscle car, it was underpowered, it was not popular. They reached out to racing legend Carroll Shelby. Carroll Shelby came in with Mustang, invented the GT350 and 500, and Mustang became the iconic American car that it is today. Now I want to be Carroll Shelby to Honda. I have certain credentials as a national champion wheelchair fencer, Paralympic fencer, somebody who represented this nation for almost a decade, and is a third-degree black belt in martial arts who literally wrote the book on wheelchair self-defense. I have credentials where I can go into the 14 model rehab centers around the United States and I can sell this product. I want to be your Carroll Shelby, I want to be your partner, and I want to change the world. Let's revolutionize motorcycles and wheelchair people and make something great happen for people all over the world. Thank you.